We set up. What's up, playback? Yo, Lomachenko. Oh, Loma is back. I seen him blaze Nakatani. Let me drop the link. He blazed Nakatani. Then he went in there and blazed Komei. And I low key felt he held back. My humble opinion, that dude held back. He could have really got Komei up out of there. Steve Willis was looking with them strange eyes. He was looking at him like, all right, show me something. But Lomachenko, I mean, if y'all sleeping on Lomachenko, 2022, I predict he gonna have some straps. He gonna have a strap or two. This guy's back hungry and motivated. I mean, I think Loma will fuck up Cambosis the way he looking. He'll fuck up Haney the way he looking. I mean, I don't think Tank hadn't been wanting no kind of work with Lomachenko at no point. You know, who else? Nobody's trying to. Nobody. I don't see. Nah, man. Lomachenko's looking terrific. If I could say anything about Lomachenko that he can correct, it's not to throw so many punches. Like there was times when he'll get off a 3 or 4 punch combination, he'll land it. But I'm like, he throwing 6 and 7, 8 punches. I'm like, bro, you ain't got to throw that many punches. And he was leaving himself open, giving Comey opportunities to counter him with a big shot, that right hand. And Comey did the best he could do. And I don't even think that was like I say, the best Lomachenko. Loma was holding back. He showed class. They asked him about T.O. And he said he know what that feel like to lose. And he did not kick the man when he was down. Lomachenko is talking like he back motivated, he back hungry. What he's saying is lining up with how he perform in the ring. We're seeing a guy who is he just want to fight and he want to be a champ. While all the rest of them want to be um, followed on social media and shit. There's fighters like Loma that don't give a shit about that, you know. And my only criticism of Lomachenko back in the day was not that the people had him ranked so high. It was like that's subjective. If y'all want to put him at whatever pound for pound, that's on you. But I just didn't like how he dropped the belt to Devin Haney. I'm like, nah, bro, I gotta flame you for that. You know, all that remixing Bob Arum and Mauricio was trying to cook up. Never was with that. To this day, I'm not with it. We got 1, 2 in the, let me drop the link. We got an hour to cook, bro. Let me go to the hangout. Playback, hit the like button. For the haters, we don't even see y'all. You know, YouTube um got their shit together a little bit. You know, dislikes don't matter. Um, but let me get another link drop in the main chat right quick. All right, on the mobile today. What's up, Smoking Joe? What's up, fam? What's going on with you? the speed of Lomachenko, he downloading a lot quicker. Who we got? Oh shit. Say it ain't so.
Lad, what's happening?
What's happening?
Shit, chilling, cuz. Chilling, man. I
Where
see you
you been
call my
at, bruh?
shit. I've been hanging around. Just waiting to see if Crawford gonna duck this smoke. Let's see, man.
If Crawford gonna duck, what smoke?
Hey, Spence, you already know the big fish. You already know.
Oh, you
I,
still on that?
I seen that Porter fight. Man, I ain't get to chop it up with y'all on there. I seen it.
Well, we'll get to that welterweight smoke. So,
Oh,
Smoking
okay.
Joe asking the question. He said, "Give us your lightweight ranking up to date to this day." I gotta put Kambosos at the number one spot. He just beat the number one guy, T.O.,
Yeah, yeah.
who had beat Lomachenko. So I got Kambosos up there for sure.
Hanging number two. Hanging two. Cause he the champion. He the next champion at the lightweight. So
Who would you put third there?
shit, I gotta put third.
Hmm.
Um, man, I see it, man. To be honest, man, I probably Tank. Cause Tank ain't got no. Is Tank in that weight class? Yeah, he in that weight class. Yeah, Tank.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he just
Tank.
fought Cruz
Yeah,
at
Tank third.
35,
Yeah, I
but
got Tank third. Only reason why I Tank third because he ain't no champion at that weight. So Cambosa first, Haney second, Tank third, Lomachenko fourth. And guess what? Lomo, since you number one in the WBC now, let's see you request to be Haney mandatory then.
mm,
Since you got that belt, since you want the belt. Cause you number one in the WBC.
yeah,
So it ain't nowhere
yeah.
around. It ain't
They
nowhere
say he
around
number
not
one.
fighting
Yeah,
Haney. Yeah, it ain't nowhere around. Cause it ain't gonna be nowhere around not fighting Haney. Cause you number one in the WBC. So go on start calling WBC and get that be that mandatory. So well y'all can get it on. Cause Haney ain't gonna turn down the fight. So it ain't
yeah. I
nowhere
think they're gonna
around that.
play. I think they're gonna play Devin though, bro, with that same shit. Like we already undisputed over here, so we don't need you. That type thing. It's just
That's
weird,
the thing,
man, with the
man.
W.
They trying they man, they gonna do the black fighters wrong anyway. Cause they gonna let Cambosa fight Loma and get it built. Cause he gonna beat Cambosa. Cambosa, he ain't really nothing. He beat T.O., but
He gonna beat Kambosos, huh?
yeah, he gonna beat Cambosa out. And guess what? He not in he's still not gonna fight Haney. He still it gonna be it's gonna be a damn it's a recurring cycle, man. It's gonna be the same shit, man. Nobody ain't gonna fight Haney, man. None of them.
So they're just gonna avoid that guy, keep throwing that narrative out there. He fought nobody,
Yeah.
and he need to look more impressive in his fights. You know how they say shit like they saying whoever looks I think Kabo says whoever looks more impressive, whoever looks more better in the fight.
But why you
Ironkong,
ain't say
oh
about
man,
Lomo?
with the freaking thumbnail of the year right there.
Got his ass blasted, boy. God damn.
Okay.
Hey man, that's
I beat that.
thumbnail of the year, bro.
I beat that man 11-2 in the 12-round fight.
Man, he beat that boy. He beat that boy bad, man. He beat T.O. down. And that boy T.O. was talking all that shit like he was the he had me fooled though. I thought he was the, I thought he was the shit though, but hey, if he do if Campos give him a rematch, he'll beat him again.
But you see, Jamaal, that's the thing, right? He could be the shit. He probably could be. But he let Cambosos get under his skin. He got to babysit his grown ass father who don't know how to act nowhere. He got all this shit happening in his life.
Right.
And he like if you watch the build up, right, Jamal, everything Camboso said to Teofimo pissed him off. Everything. Like, it didn't matter what it was. Everything got him on edge. He talking about Haney. He talking about this. He talking about that. he just wasn't focused on shit. Then his crazy ass father just all around being a prick. Imagine you got to babysit your own father.
Right.
So yeah, this beating was coming. Cambosos worked on his mind. He came in there, tried to blow him out in the first round, and hey, that ain't how it goes sometimes.
And get what though? And Camboso, he ducking Haney too. Why y'all can't get this undisputed going on, man? Why you not want to fight Haney, the champion? Why you ducking and dodging this man? You know what I'm saying? Haney got to do all this and that just to get a damn fight with these damn champions, man. They want him to look good, want him to jump through all kind of hurdles, everything.
Man,
You
not
don't
even
even want to fight
champion.
him.
Even the non-champions.
Even
Devin
the
Haney
non-champion. It's terrible, man.
You gotta run these dudes down, run them down. Like, oh,
yeah, it's terrible. He got to overpay. He got to overpay these non-champions just to fight them.
Yep.
That's crazy, man.
Yep.
I never seen no shit like this.
When you overpay these non-champion dudes, I mean, it's not profitable for the fight because you're gonna pay Jojo Diaz like $1 million, $2 million to fight. Jojo Diaz don't bring $2 million in revenue.
No, hell no. You got to do that stuff, man, because they ain't trying to fight you. You got to get some fights. So then Ryan Garcia, Black Ryan Garcia, I'm put him at 5th, probably 6th.
But he don't fight no more. He don't fight no more. He retired. He a retired fighter.
Man, that's all big. He's so scared. He talks so much shit. He don't want to fight nobody. He don't want to. And the boy got potential though. He got some potential. He can fight.
What's up, Pat?
But when you got the captain of your gym, Canelo, in public, calling you out saying, "Bro, this dude don't train. He not serious." It's a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem, man. Well, I'm trying to figure out why if he's trying to pursue something else, boxing probably not is his main objective right now. He probably into modeling, probably trying to be in movies. So he ain't serious about boxing. Cause you, like I say, man, if you're not serious about boxing, you need to get out of boxing because that shit is no game. You will get hurt in this game. So if he ain't serious about that, he need to just step back away from it. All of it.
Glizzy bone, huh?
Listen, man, y'all can't be dissing on Tio like that, man. Because he is the undisputed champion. He undisputed, baby.
Hey, why don't we talk like that, though, right?
Don't worry, there's some other the first of the
What's up, y'all?
What did he say in the verses?
Y'all ain't gonna be disrespecting me, man.
Y'all ain't gonna be disrespecting me. Like, yo, they called us the hip hop Bee Gees, baby. We ain't having that, man.
Hell yeah, he sound just like that, man. What's going on, One Two?
What's up, y'all? Man, so Loma came in, he came through, man, did his thing. You know,
Loma, bro.
But I don't know, man. It is kind of funny. He ain't even mentioned Haney at all.
I ain't gonna mention
the post-fight interview.
I ain't gonna mention him either.
Damn, that's fucked up. I feel like they just gonna leave him out there by himself on that WBC island by himself with that belt.
If anybody else had that WBC belt, everybody be trying to fight them. If somebody else had it, but Haney got it, boy. That shit like a plague over there.
I don't understand why, boy. I mean, the way Loma looked over the weekend, I'm like, why do you even duck Haney? Like, I pick him to fuck up Devin Haney at this point. Like the way he looked, I know styles make fights, but I was like, God damn, Loma be in there doing some shit. Some shit. It be speed and he be changing levels. I'm like, yeah, boy.
Yeah,
he can't slip at no point.
Y'all see Tyson Fury talking about Usyk, and then Usyk pulled up on him at the perfect time.
Whoa. Hey, I didn't really get to hear what was it.
You said all that shit. I'm like, yo, what's up?
Yo, hey, you saw how he photobombed?
Yo, he was high as a kite too, man.
Fury?
Hell yeah.
He was drunk for sure.
Yeah. That
Boosie said
motherfucker
he'll
was
go
on
back
that.
down.
He had
Boosie,
them sugar boogers, man. He was grinding his teeth. He was like, "Ah," I was like, oh, this dude stoned his shit.
Boosie said he'll go back down. He'll go back down the cruiserweight and fuck Canelo up and move back up.
That'd be a bad move for Canelo.
Yeah, that would be.
Man, he would beat Canelo ass, man.
What?
Usyk said he'll move back down the cruiserweight since Canelo won the
Hey,
fight.
he said that for real.
He
He
said
did
that.
a
It's on
video.
Fight Hype.
No. I heard that about Usyk, but this comment he said Nuke says Canelo versus Usyk would be an intriguing fight. Like, why even entertain that? Like,
It ain't gonna happen.
his boy might get fucked up in that fight with that Usyk work. I ain't trying to.
That
I
ain't
mean,
gonna
if
happen.
he got courage to get in there, I'll give him mad props.
Yeah,
Hella props.
I think that's too much of us. I think that's a bit too much to be asking.
Yeah,
Actual
way
said
too
the
much.
same thing on Ironkong live stream earlier. That's a little too much for Canelo. I'm like, oh, word. People think that that's
Yeah.
the guy that's gonna scare him a little bit.
Well, he big and I mean he's a top notch fighter. It's not like the dude what's his face that he's about to fight. Like this dude, you know,
Junior.
whoever
Yeah,
Canelo
Junior.
No,
fight,
Mukabu.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mukabu.
Mukabu.
I mean, he
Yeah.
got a puncher's chance, but that's it. Other than that, like Usyk it'll be a 12-round ass whooping destruction. Like, yeah, I don't see, but that's too much to ask, man. The dude like 5'7".
Yeah, he's small as shit. He's small as shit.
Yeah, like it's. I mean, I'll give him that,
I
man. He
mean,
moving
but
up.
we can't say he ain't never fought somebody that tall. You know, he been in there with tall ass dude, 6'4". I think Callum was like 6'4".
Yeah, but Mario Barrios got the same dimensions as Mayweather, probably, but that don't mean that. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
Yeah, man, it levels to this shit, man. I'm telling you something.
It's different. It's different.
It's different. Yeah,
Hey man, he was born ready. Y'all gotta come on, man. This is a mega fight.
man.
He was born ready, man.
Hey, if you take the fight, of course I'll watch it, but
Yeah.
I mean, are we gonna always just be about the fights that we know that Canelo gonna win? Like, okay, we know he's gonna win this fight, Canelo, but that fight right there, we like, ooh, Usyk. He's
yeah, but that's a fight
skilled
that
big
pretty
man.
much, but that's pretty much like a fight that Usyk gonna win. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. It's like,
So, does anybody on the panel think? So we know 1-2 in the actual pick Usyk. Any boxing learner who you think Canelo got a chance in that?
Nah, he gonna get outboxed by Usyk.
Jamaal,
Yeah,
you said Canelo will lose that fight versus Usyk.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, he'll lose. He probably lose all 12 rounds. It ain't even gonna go 12 rounds. That shit won't even go 12 rounds. Like I say, that motherfucker they probably throw the towel in, because they ain't gonna let him get hurt. First of all, if they even see him start getting hurt, they gonna throw the towel in. So he definitely gonna get stopped. He gonna quit. So
they're gonna stop it and say he was injured before the fight.
yeah.
Hey, did y'all hear about what what's going around? They said that Canelo pretty much he pretty much wrote out on PBC. You know, he took the money and left.
Oh, just took that little that he took undisputed, took the bag
And
and
left.
burnt. But he left to get less money, or that's why I was only looking at it from a business and fight standpoint. Like you can get some good challengers over there at PBC, and you could be on pay-per-view and still make you'll make bread over there. I think,
See, that's
but
why he left though. It wasn't even about the money, because it wasn't even about the money taking. It's about he left because the competition over there. Because he gonna have, if he stay over there, he gonna have to fight Benavidez. He gonna have to fight Charlo,
Hello, in
and
that
that's
order.
something he ain't trying to do.
In that order too.
why? I mean, you saying? I mean, but it's crazy because in interviews he said he wanted to fight. He'll welcome those fights. Charlo, I think he said to Charlo like recently, but then when it's presented, it's just like, nah, I
But
got
there's so many opponents. There's so many opponents. Canelo could fight a whole bunch of guys. He could fight Artur Beterbiev if Artur Beterbiev beats Marcus Brown.
And Bellavi gonna beat his ass too.
Yeah, Canelo gonna do what he do. Canelo will do what he do, but Smoking
Yeah,
Joe
I
said they
hope.
all know Haney is special and doesn't bring much marquee value.
Marquee value. What the fuck that mean?
Yeah.
I,
What does that mean?
I, honestly, I got
Does it mean
Loma. I
is it
think
meaning
Loma
they're
would
not
beat
gonna
him.
make enough money fighting them or what?
I think Loma would beat Haney. To be honest with you.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Hank, but Lomo don't believe that though. That's why
I
he ducked him the
mean,
first time and
yeah,
gave his fucking belt up.
that shit was weird. Now I don't know if it was a Bob move or a Loma move or it was a joined mutual
I,
thing that they decided on, but that shit was I flamed it though.
Yeah,
yeah.
you you ducked. You petitioned to be the fucking franchise because you was man. Haney was your mandatory.
And
You
you could
didn't
have
want to
did it at
fight,
any point. Yeah,
and you
but then
gave the
when
belt
Devin
up. So
become
clearly,
yeah,
and you
so
gonna
that can
and guess what? And guess what? Now he can be number one in the WBC. Now he could become Haney mandatory, but
Yeah,
he
it's not like anybody calling Loma out either. So I mean, that would be a fight that I don't see what's wrong with that fight. But then I heard them rumors that they talking about that Devin Haney won like 7 mil. But I'm like, those are just rumors. Like I gotta see that. Okay, even Loma didn't know about it. I didn't know. I don't know.
I saw that. Yeah.
He was like, nobody told me
He said,
anything.
I've never heard this. Yeah, he said, I've never heard this. So some of that shit would just be rumors though. But yeah, the homie I think he asked in the chat, Smoking Joe, about who y'all rank number one and then who would y'all put at number two and number three on down for the lightweight division. We got George Kambosos at number one. Can we all put him at number one spot?
yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
talent wise, or just for accomplishments,
Just
like titles. Yeah, he the number one guy, man. He pulled that off. But like I
yeah,
said, man,
so
listen, if Shakur stepped to 135, man, he clearing them all out.
he keep bringing yeah, he gonna always bring up Shakur. He is next
Man,
door, so
he ain't clearing them boys out, man. You crazy, man.
It's a lot harder. I think it's gonna be a
He's
lot
not
harder.
gonna clear them boys out. You got Tank,
Clear
Haney,
'em out. Tank.
Lomo, man. Stop, man.
I'm telling you, man.
Tank
Even
might be the
Lomo
hardest one.
ain't interested. I don't want to fight him. Yo, even Lomo know, man. Like, I'm not saying Lomo
He better
he
not
can't
say
beat
that,
him,
dog.
but yeah, I mean, he was like, if he gets more titles, then maybe. But other than that, Lomo ain't. I don't think Lomo wants. Like, I think it's kind of like he looks at it like going backwards, but at the same time, that might be what happened, man. Because I think that dude, I don't know, man. I think he cleaned them all out, man. I think he cleaned them all out, including Haney.
Mm.
Yeah,
Also, Smoking Joe broke it down. He said marquee value is just how much audience they create.
they create.
So people that's gonna come out and just bring that electricity
Man,
in
them
there,
boys
man.
coming out, man. Who he's saying coming out for who they coming out for? They ain't coming out for Ryan Garcia. None of them ain't pay-per-view star.
No, people
They
come
ain't
out for
selling.
Ryan. They come out for Tank, like in the arenas and shit. I don't know about that T.O. word. He out of there anyway. But
Yeah, like he.
Loma, I don't really know how much they come out for Loma.
He
But
does good numbers. He does.
Loma make, I mean, but Hayden make more money than them boys.
That's true.
But
Every
that I
fight.
do know. That I know. He makes more money than them. So that's why I say that's why I told him to break down marquee value. Cause I'm like, you gonna get a good check fighting Devin, but maybe they just want a different audience instead of a Devin Haney kind of audience or crowd showing
Man,
up. I don't know.
let's just say they scared, man.
I don't
I
know,
fuck
man.
that
I be
to
trying to make sense of this shit. Like, God, what the fuck is
man,
wrong with
the
this
boy
shit, man?
scared of that boy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think.
it don't make sense.
Nah, but I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should. Loma should press for the mandatory against Haney. He should do that. So because if I think Devin fights Kambosos, he most likely win, but he'll probably move up after that. So the belts will probably scatter, and it'll be a lot harder to be
I'm
undisputed.
just disappointed that Cambosos is not pressing Devin, man. I really thought, I
Yeah,
just I'm sick of that franchise. They be
yeah,
misleading the
and that's the
fans.
thing, though. Now I don't know if y'all caught this, but hey, even Loma came out and said it, man. He slipped up and said, "Well, Cambosis is the undisputed champion." I was like,
And
ah.
that means
So
the
that
Devin Haney
means
fight not gonna
Devin
happen.
Haney is not even on the radar.
Nope. Not even on the radar, man. And and Eddie can't do shit about it.
Yeah, he came
I
out
won't
said he
mind
can't do
seeing
nothing
Gary
for
Russell
nobody.
get up in the mix of that
Eddie can't
card.
do shit.
Which Gary Russell?
Gary gonna fight another. He gonna stay at featherweight, I think.
Man, he need to move out from man, bro. If you don't goddamn move up from that damn little bit of weight class, man, if you don't go, man, you need to be up
He-
in the mix. You need to stay at 135, be up in the mix with Haney and them, man.
If
Damn bullshit.
if JoJo can go up there, he should be able.
Yeah, he can go up there, man. That motherfucker can go up there. He just don't want to. You just want to sit back and talk shit. You at 126, man. If you don't,
Yep.
but if you don't move off of that little bit of that weight class and get in the mix with them big boys over there to 135, and they took in person, that's still a small class. Because you think about 135, you're like, God damn. But still, though, at the end of the day, Gary Russell Jr., man, dude, get off at that little bit of weight class, man. You too big. A grown ass man that fighting at 126. Man, if you want, man, stop,
You
man.
say you too grown to be fighting at 26?
Hell yeah. Man, hell no. You don't
You
fight
said
no
grown ass man fighting at 26.
and
You
he
get
can
your
make the
grown
weight.
ass into a diet weight, nigga.
Man, that motherfucker.
That's hilarious, man.
He just don't want to get up there with them boys. That's
I
all
think
that shit is.
I think he only wants Tank, and then he probably wants to retire after Tank.
Floyd ain't, to
Hey,
be honest, let's just be real. Floyd ain't letting Tank fight no damn body, man. To be honest, he ain't letting him fight no top dog in the division like Loma,
that's what
Haney. He ain't letting them fight them kind of fights right there.
He gonna fight Romero. I know he's gonna after Romero gets cleared, he gonna fight him next.
Rolly.
Yeah, he gonna fight Rolly.
I think he'll let him fight. He probably let him fight Ryan Garcia though. He
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
let him fight that. You know, but
Rolly was
He
out
got-
here capping hard for T.O. I was
Yeah.
there. It was his elbow. It was his elbow.
I never heard of Roller, to be honest.
Yeah, he got famous because of the sparring video against Ryan Garcia.
Oh, he beat him. He beat
Yeah,
him
he
up.
did. He beat the hell
He
out of
kind of
Ryan
beat him
this
up,
one. It was in the
and
doghouse,
later,
right? It was the Mayweather gym.
yeah. Ryan was doing well in the beginning, but as the fight went on, Rolly was roughing him up.
He was standing straight up and he was landing looping that shots on Ryan. He couldn't do
Mm-hmm.
nothing about it.
Was he undefeated?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Both of them was undefeated when they sparred. Yep. Still, they both still undefeated, but he just took a L on internet, Ryan. But whatever. He's still out here. Matter of fact, I was gonna do a little edit on it, but I'm like, whatever, man. That's Ryan. That's weak ass shit. Because
I
Ryan
think
was
Ryan. I think
Ryan what?
Ryan should fight the Mexicans, Isaac Cruz and William Zepeda.
Ryan Isaac would probably beat his ass.
Maybe.
Isaac would probably
Zepeda might get him. I think Zepeda
Zepeda
might get
too.
Isaac Cruz too.
Ooh, that's a good scrap. That's a good
Zepeda,
ass
man,
scrap right there.
when he's on, he's on.
But hold up. Cruz is at 35, right?
They're all 35. Zepeda, Cruz. Frank Martin's up there too. He's on his way up there too.
Wait. You said Zepeda is at 35?
Yes, William Zepeda.
Oh, Williams. I'm thinking of Jose. My bad.
What the hell, Robert Easton? Hey, he at
I'm thinking of Jose
135.
Zepeda.
He at 140. He at 140 now.
Oh, he at 140 now. Okay.
Yeah, my bad. And I retract my statement. I was thinking Jose too.
B&B said Loma has to work his way back. If I was Haney, I wouldn't fight Loma. Don't have anything to offer. What? What are you talking about? He had nothing to offer. Hell yeah, he got something to offer. If Haney beat him,
That's a big deal.
But they're gonna say he already lost to T.O. though.
nah,
Yeah,
man.
but he's
The
already
way
working.
Loma been, he came back twice. He's had two
Yeah.
big
But
wins
I
back to
mean,
back.
that don't even like as a win, as like us as fans, of course, it's going to do something for us because it's what I mean. Yo, you just beat Lomachenko, but it's not like it's going to help him in the rankings being in that WBC. Like, it's like how's that helping? You know what I mean? It's like it don't help him get any unifications at all.
It's not gonna eradicate the franchise if you beat Loma. So yeah.
Yeah,
There's
I
only
think
so much.
Kambosos might actually fight Devin, but it's gonna be like halfway through the year because I heard that he ain't coming back early. He ain't coming back early next year.
Smoker Joe said Cambosa's already said the Devin fight has to make financial sense. Loma with that Eastern European cash and willing to travel will be getting that fight and his belts back from George down under. I mean, if that fight get made, I got Loma definitely getting the belts back for sure. But
In a
That
fun
thing
fight
can
though, it'll
happen.
be a fun fight.
I think
Cambosa's gonna be there to
Loma will
fight.
probably carry him. I feel like has such advantage in that Loma might carry him a little bit, like he did Coleman.
So I'm trying to figure out why Loma ain't got to look impressive to get the fight like Haney got to do.
I thought he did look impressive.
Yeah, I thought they both looked impressive in their wins.
Right. No, I know that. I'm just saying. But for far as Cambosa saying that to get the fight, Haney got to look impressive, all this and that. But why he ain't say that about Loma to get the fight?
I don't know. It's the same reason they do it with Bivol. Like in his impressive win, they said it wasn't impressive enough. I was like, he ain't do nothing that Loma ain't do, and they was all over. They was riding Loma ass the whole fight. Oh, Lomachenko. I'm like, damn, that's kind of. It looked like a replay of the Bivol fight.
Did he drop the Bivol? Drop the guy?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Nah, he didn't drop him, but still, it was like he was kind of carrying the dude. You know what I'm saying?
But look
Hey,
who Loma fought though. He fought down Comey.
all right,
Come
so
on,
hold
man.
up. Now, Jamal, you started out with the welterweight talk, so I told you we was gonna get to that, right? So go ahead and talk. It's been a while, man. Go ahead and defend your boy Arrow, bro, because it's been looking pretty rough out here. What happened to all this big fish? Matter of fact, Crawford went to the ocean looking for that nigga, man. What's going on with your boy?
Big fish looking gutted.
What's going on with your boy, man?
Can you hear me?
We
Yeah,
hear you, bro. We very hurt.
You went to the ocean. You went to a third world country. Talking about you looking for a damn spin. Man, stop it, dude.
All right, man. So he went to the wrong ocean, the wrong
Man,
sea.
yeah, you went to the wrong sea, dog. All the time, you had to go to a goddamn third world country. Did talk you looking for him in the ocean, in the Atlantic Ocean, so goddamn in the Pacific Ocean. Man, stop the cap. Stop the fucking cap, dog. Stop the
That's
cap.
your.
yeah, but how
So
long Earl gonna let Bud just keep on dogging him like that?
Man, that man, dogging. What you mean, dog? How he dogging him?
You ain't heard what he been calling him, man? Like
What he call
he
him?
called him a hoe, bro.
called him a
You said he was.
hoe.
You said he was at the wrong ocean, but he called that man a
He
hoe.
need to get the tail from in between his legs. He got, you know what I'm saying? Why did he even show up to my fight? Like, who's the number one guy now? Like, come on, man. He been
You the
cooking
number
him.
one. How you know you number one guy?
He cooking him, man.
With two belts. Who got the both belts? Spence
Arrow?
been at the weight class doing that. Spence been knocking folks out in the first round by body shot. So
When?
he
Since
don't knock
when?
10 people out by body shot.
He
When?
only
How many
knocked
years
out.
ago?
Okay, but still though, you can't say you the number one welterweight because you beat up Crawford. I mean, beat up Porter. Stop.
Nah,
Spence
but
been
look,
doing
it
that.
ain't. Listen. It ain't just that, Jamal. This man is stopping every opponent he's fighting at welterweight. Correct? He's stopping all of them, and he's on a 9-fight KO streak, man. He's proven to be the most dominant fighter, not just on the
Spence
welterweight
been
division,
doing
but
that
probably in
though. That's
boxing.
what I'm saying, dog. Spence knocking folks. When
Yeah, I'm
have
just
Terry
saying.
Crawford knocked somebody out in the first round?
Here's
Stop in
what
the
I
No,
first
no.
round.
here's what I
Spence
don't
have.
understand, Jamal. Like, here you are right now, and you talking about Devin Haney not being able to unify, and Bud is in a better predicament than Haney, and he can't get a unification with the big fish. Why is that?
I want the fight at the end of the day. I want to see that fight. I know Spence gonna beat the fuck out Buddy. Spence gonna beat him. And guess what? When he beat him, that motherfucker gonna retire. I guarantee he ain't gonna fight no more. He ain't gonna fight no more. He gonna retire. Cause that's all he
J-
can do is retire after Spence beat him. Don't matter
Now,
if it's decision or what.
now
It's
keep
when
that
Spence beat
same
him, he gonna
energy.
retire.
Keep that same energy.
He
If
gonna
Earl
retire.
fight him, get beat and retire.
He gonna retire.
Because that's what Bud seemed to do. He tend to retire motherfuckers.
Man, he ain't finna retire Spence. I guarantee that shit.
He retired Brook for a minute. He retired Benavidez for a minute, and he just retired. Damn, he retiring
Sean Porter.
motherfuckers out here.
Man,
Sean
Spence
Porter.
don't retire. Spence don't retire everybody. Have you seen them fought since they fought Spence?
Well, he been
He
on the
retired.
Sean just got back in there. What are you talking about? Brook got back in there with Crawford.
We'll just say he puts people on long vacations.
Yeah, after Spence don't put them on vacation, they just tend to want to come back.
Hey, bro. Hey, Jamaal, are you mad that Crawford totally just blazed Spence's toughest competition, bro?
No,
top 2 competition.
You said what? Now?
It probably upset you that Crawford went in there and dominated Spence's toughest competition.
I don't know about that. You know, Sean was very much in the fight.
Yes, he was.
And hold up, and Boxer Leonard, real quick, Jamaal, real quick. And Boxer Leonard, when they told Bud Crawford he was down, what happened?
He turned it up.
Yeah,
guess
that
what?
shit was
Guess
over
what?
with.
They told
That
you
shit
was
was
down. When they tell you down, guess what? That means
that
you
tell
losing.
you that man turned on the switch, bro. He
And
got
he
level.
was losing.
And that was
when
his
has
friend.
Spence ever lost in a fight? On down.
That shit told me he was carrying Porter until they told that man he was losing.
Man, stop.
And then he said, "You know what? This shit is over."
Why?
And it was the first punch.
Why is you trying? Why is you care? We gonna say he care, but why is you carrying Porter? Who does that? Ain't nobody carrying no damn Porter.
Ain't they friends?
Man, stop, man. Okay, so Porter will carry him.
No, I think they was. I think really Crawford was holding back, but in that 10th he didn't.
Yeah,
when they
he
told
might
him
have
he was
been
down.
carrying him for a little while, but eventually he set him down.
Yeah, he beat him. At the end of the day, he beat him.
Man down.
He beat him.
Man down twice.
So give him his props, Jamaal. He dominated Spence's toughest comp.
But guess what? He beat the fight, but he was losing though. Spence ain't never won losing no fight. He won never.
Are you
down
kidding
on
me?
Cards.
He wasn't losing to Sean Porter at certain points in the fight.
Man, come on, man. What's down on the cards? Hell no.
Bro, man.
Crawford been down.
First off,
Crawford been down. Hold on. Crawford been down on cards at 130, at 135. I mean, 135.
Why we talking about 130 then? At welterweight, he's been flawless.
He been down on cards. He don't win decisions with motherfuckers at 135.
You know why he got to bring up the past? Because that's the only way Earl's alive. That's
Guess
why
what?
he got to bring up what he did in the past.
Stop everybody at 135, man.
But
all the people who
this nigga can't make 135. Hell
all
no,
the people who Crawford went the decision to. Why you think he 37? He 36.
Barely make 147.
He 38. 38.
He 30. What happened to knockouts?
28.
28 knockout. So that means you went decision almost like 10 times? And don't want lightweights you went going decision with.
Hey man, Crawford is just beating your boy in every category, man. He got more knockouts, man. He got more belts.
How many more first round knockouts
he became undisputed already, huh?
How many more first round knockouts he got?
Probably more, bro. I don't even know.
You can't even name them.
So that's it. That's what you going off of? Oh, Spence got more first round KOs.
We going by everything. You say acting like we going by everything.
Is that the only category? Let's see if that's even.
How many belts Crawford got?
Six.
Spence got
total.
Six.
Like total.
No, at 147.
Oh, what that got to do with anything? Now we go into the future. In the present, I thought we were talking about.
Now you want to come back to the present.
Okay. All right. Since
now you back, huh, Jamaal?
Since y'all don't want to answer that. How many pay-per-view he don't sold?
Now we do a pay-per-view vibe.
Come on,
there we go.
You can't discredit everything I'm saying. We trying to establish who the number one.
Jay, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, my dude.
Toney's review.
Let me ask you a question. You ready?
Go ahead.
So what's the difference if I knock your ass out in 30 seconds or I knock your ass out in 2 minutes?
It ain't no difference.
Exactly. There is no difference. Thank you. You just answered your own question.
Okay, so what you saying though? What you
saying? First round, 10th round, 12th round, 5th round, 6th round. There's no difference, Jamaal. It's still you got your ass knocked out.
Right. Stop. No one is
I get what you're saying, but I'm trying to figure out what.
No, that's what you said. You said who has more first round knockouts. I asked you what's the difference in 30 seconds or 2 minutes. You said there is no difference. So there is no difference in a first round or an 8th round. It's still a knockout.
Nah,
so get off comparing who got more.
No,
first
it is.
round,
now it's a difference. Now it's a difference.
Because I'm trying. Yeah, because you tell me what you're talking about now. Now I thought you were just saying a knockout, like you said a knockout in 30 seconds or 30 minutes. It's still a knockout, and I agree with that. But now, as I know what you're talking about, no, it is a difference now. Because you're talking about a first rounder knockout versus a 10th round knockout. That's a big difference.
There's no difference. Either way, you got your ass knocked out.
You
People aren't
still
going to be
got
like,
knocked out.
Jamal, if I knock you out, people aren't going to be like, yo, it took Tony's reviews 10 rounds to knock him out. No, they're going to be like this. They're going to be like, damn, did y'all see how Toney knocked out Jamaal? He knocked him the fuck out. That's all they're going to say.
No, guess what? When you comparing opponents to your opponent, you're going to be like, oh, Spence knocked Bud out for a round. Oh, it took Crawford 10 rounds to knock him out.
Okay, so if that's the case,
damn, Jamal, you setting yourself up.
Right. You take the two dudes that they both been in the ring with, and you look at what Bud did to him in comparison to what Spence did to him.
Fight.
As in Brooke and Porter. Brooke and Porter.
Yeah, that's 2 fights.
Yeah, and it was they ended in a bad way.
So
I mean,
quick
what's wrong with a 60-40 split? I'm trying to
oh no, here we go.
Man.
Oh, we're talking about it now. We talking about everything.
Okay.
So when I'm bringing up different stuff, I'm bringing up different stuff. I'm trying to figure out you want the fight.
Hey, listen, before we can get to a 60-40 split,
what's the problem?
The guy gotta actually want to get in there.
Yeah,
like,
he gotta try to sign a contract.
Dude, I'm telling you, you got a system. We'll do a 60-40
we can't go off of Fanager's word. We gotta go off.
First of all, you got to agree to that
season
for me to send you a contract.
So check this out. I just looked at both their records because I just wanted to see, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to see something.
See, Jamal.
So check this out. And I'm not going by rank of opposition because if we do that, it's gonna make Spence look even worse. But here we go.
What you going by? I-10.
No, listen. Spence is taking 3 O's. Terrence Crawford is taking 6.
Taking 6. What 3-0? What you mean?
Like fighters who are undefeated.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Crawford has beat 6 undefeated fighters. Your boy Spence has only beat 3.
Guess what? That don't got them shit to do with goddamn a percentage split, dog. I'm gonna tell you.
Well, he has
who the A side and who the B side.
But
that's why the fight ain't going, because we trying to distinguish who the A side and who the B side.
And Spence only earned 1.
Okay, so look,
fought in 3 weight classes, and Spence only fought in 1. So I mean, if you're talking about accolades, then that also should contribute to the split, wouldn't you say?
So why, if you got all those accolades, why the fuck a Bill Khan with an A side over you? Then you got all those accolades.
Why are you saying Amir Khan was A side over him? What you mean?
Did he get a Bill Khan $7 million? He ain't get that. Crawford didn't get that.
Oh, okay. Well, God bless Khan, man. Hey, real quick. So you saying what's wrong with 60-40? Let me ask you, Jamal, what's wrong with 50-50?
Nigga, you don't deserve no 50-50 split. The fuck is you talking about, nigga? Spence been up here. Spence
what's wrong? Listen, they both
numbers, man.
Wait a minute, real quick.
This millions of dollars we talking about. This ain't no peanuts. Now we talking peanuts. Okay, 50-50, all right, cool. But you talking about millions of dollars.
How big is this fight, Jamal? Since you know all of this shit, how big is this fight?
It's a big fight.
Money wise. Give me a number, man. You talking about millions of dollars? How big is this fight then?
About 60, 70.
60 million?
Yeah.
Yeah, but technically, now if
because you talking, hold on.
Hold
on, Jamal, let him go.
Jamal. So what I'm trying to say is, if you give him a 50-50 and you believe you're going to win, don't you got $1 million bet? Wouldn't that make it 60-40?
Well, I look at it like this. No. Let's do it like this. This is easier for the Spence fans. Like, this is what I believe. I think because there's going to be a rematch no matter who wins, and it's irrelevant because rematches always make more money. So this is what I would do. I would give Spence the 60-40. However, the winner in the contract clause should get 60-40 in the rematch. So therefore, it's a 50-50 split if Crawford beats him. But Crawford will end up making more money on the back end, like Spence fans like to say, because rematches bring more money. So that's what I would do if I was him. I'd do 60-40 to Spence the first fight, and then I'd take 60-40 after I whoop his ass.
then you first of all, then your promoter already saying you can't sell no fight. He already dumbed down to you right now. How the hell you gonna think you finna get a
But what's wrong
50-50
with what I
fight?
just said, Jamaal? What's wrong? Give Spence 60-40 the first fight. But if Spence loses, he gets 40% the second fight and Bud gets 60.
Okay, and that's fine. Okay, so tell Bud to accept the 60-40.
Anybody think they would be, well, I don't know what their negotiations are like, but that's what I would be negotiating. I'd be like 60-40 to Spence, but on the rematch, 60-40 my way when I whoop his ass.
Then I'm telling you something, all he doing on the internet. You a stupid mother. You
if Bud get a knockout, he get an extra $1 million if he can knock Spence out.
He get an extra $1 million if he wins.
You stupid motherfucker. You try to petition the goddamn WBC or the IBF to commence the Spence mandatory. You dumb motherfucker. Don't you know what percentage that is? Why'd you try to petition them to be a fucking mandatory to get a 25% percentage? You dumb motherfucker.
Actually,
you want 25%, but you don't want 40%.
Jamaal, you know what's lovely about mandatories? It's only a lower split purse if both parties agree to it. If in 30 days the mandatory and the champion cannot agree to terms, it goes to purse bid. Whoever bids the highest in a purse bid, they control the split.
And guess what? Who you think gonna win the purse bid?
Well, I mean, last time I checked, Top Rank's got a lot more money than
if he went Top Rank.
For enough money, he may go back.
If he went Top Rank, he ain't going back to Top Rank.
Do you realize, though, Jamaal, do you realize, hold on, let me say this real fast. You do realize that in a purse bid, he doesn't have to be with Top Rank. Anybody can bid for it. The Zone, Top Rank, Triller, etc. The highest bidder controls it.
Guess what? If that motherfucker if Top Rank bid and get that shit, he fucked either way it go. Either way it go, he gonna be fucked.
Why? Then he would have the Spence fight.
Well, he'll get the Spence fight, but at the end of the day, the end game is money, right? That's really the end. That's because we prize fighters now. We fight for a prize. So you ain't fighting for no little bit of money. You fighting for millions of dollars now because you're a prize fighter. So if Top Rank get this, he fucked. He gonna get the he gonna get the Spence fight. I guess that make more different than the money, right?
No, because it could be a fight by fight basis. That's all it is. It's a purse bid. And if anybody would be in trouble after that fight, if Bud was to pull off the win, that would really hurt PBC because other than Tank, who would they have after that? Just saying.
We need to get that fight though. We need to definitely get it. Cause guess what? It always gonna be something. Cause once he dismantle Crawford, guess what they're gonna say? They're gonna jump on Boots dick then. Oh, he need to fight Boots. It always gonna be that. So we already know he gonna dismantle both of them. I like Boots though.
I put it like this: I think whoever loses, if there is no rematch clause, need to get in there with Boots for a title elimination to get back in there for that unification again. So
either way, man, that fight right now, to be honest, man, it makes sense.
Or a Virgil Ortiz.
It kind of makes sense.
That's a huge fight for Spence.
I fuck a unification. We need undisputed point blank period, man. We need undisputed for that fight. Crawford and Spence need to be undisputed. It don't need to be nothing else. It don't need to be no unification because them number one and number two.
Well, the WBA pulling Ugas right out of it.
Yeah,
they going out bad for that bullshit.
Hey, real quick, hey Jamaal, why the big fish didn't try to jump in the ring and say, look, 60-40 on the big fish, I'm outside. He could have said that in front of the whole world, but why he didn't do that? He just walked out.
Cause he seen that shit was some bullshit.
He didn't want the fight. The fight is some bullshit with Crawford.
No, he walked out because he seen goddamn Kenny Porter stopping the fight on some premature bullshit, and he was like, "Man, this some bullshit."
How was it bullshit? There was like a minute. There was a minute 40 left in the round, and he had been floored twice, and he was stumbling while he was down.
Yeah, real talk.
I mean,
So why
do you think he was just mad
why
because
Crawford didn't come out and say, you know what, I want that Spence fight next. Come bring that sister 40. Let's get
I
it.
mean, he was in the ocean looking for the big fish.
Man, nigga, you in the third world country looking for him. Nigga, you was just in the ring in the States at the port fight. Why you didn't say that then?
What you mean? He couldn't say it. He was like, "Where's Spence at? Show me where he's at." And they was like, "He left."
And technically, Spence didn't even really drop Porter. His knees never touched the ground.
Man, that's a drop.
Damn, right.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. He was a little out on his feet, but then he got up and pretty much took the round over.
I actually think Spence gonna fight Virgil Ortiz next. You know, in Cabo Stadium.
Well, it'll be a huge fight, but that's still ducking that undisputed work because he can't get the Ugas fight. So there's only one guy left, but he don't smoke Bud, I guess.
No, he want undisputed with Bud, man. We ain't going. No, hell no. All these uproar about Crawford and Spence.
How can he get undisputed with
at the
Bud
end of the rainbow? At the end of the rainbow, you got a pot of gold.
Damn. Well, I don't think your boy gonna stay at the welterweight division that much longer. I don't think he can stay there. I think
at the end of the rainbow, it's a pot of gold because it's too much uproar for these Crawford.
Well, you know what happens with that marination. You know what I'm saying? He might find another rainbow, and it might not be no gold there, and his belts might be gone like T.O.'s.
Who, Crawford belts?
No, I'm talking about the other. It actually goes for both of them. They need to make that fight happen soon and strike while it's hot and get them 3 belts, and then they can line up. That'll just make the fight easier to make with an Ugas for undisputed. The WBA be like, well, yeah, man, they'll have everybody on their ass. Everybody be dogging the WBA for holding up the boxing, holding up undisputed. I'm just saying. That's just my take. But I could be wrong.
But guess what, though? You know what, though? To be honest, man, you at 140. You was at 140. You got all the belts at 140. You want to spend so bad. Why you didn't go the fucking IBF route then? Because you could have chose. Now, you understand, you could go either sanction the body you want to. So why you didn't go that route then? Why you chose the WBO route?
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Oh, go ahead. You could take it.
I was just gonna say it's real easy because Jeff Horn at the time was the only champion within Top Rank, so it was super easy to make the fight.
No. That means you went the easy route, right?
No, it means they're underneath the same promotional banner, so there's no fucking politics.
No. You the mandatory. When you the mandatory, you get the fight. You didn't have to go to the.
You have to wait a year. You could get whenever you get deemed the mandatory, you have to wait a fucking year before you get your shot. Why wait a year when he could just go get the title?
Man, stop. But if you want Spence, why not wait a year?
This strap season, I mean. Just not with that WBO, man.
He mad that Crawford went after a belt that Spence needed.
Right, and for the guy that beat the guy that Spence was trying to fight, but he took the easy road. I don't.
You ain't got to wait no goddamn year for no damn mandatory fight after you move up. That's a goddamn lie. Stop making up shit for this nigga, man.
Look up how long a champion has to fight a mandatory. When a mandatory is deemed, you have up to 12 months to fight the person. He can make them wait a year. Now, also on top of that, let's go past that. Spence said the only way he's going to fight Bud is to get a title. So what did Bud do? He got a fucking title in his first fight.
With the easy route. You went the easy route.
Well,
you went the easy route, WBO route.
But check it out, Jamaal. If you want to be undisputed, then honestly, it's mandatory that you have to fight a WBO champion. And he didn't. And he's still not doing it. And he's still on pause. And you got this man calling him out. That's three belts all together. And that's a way to become undisputed. And if you're not going for that, because it's not like he can get the WBA shot. He already got cut out of that. So what's left? Either fight your Mando, which isn't that Boots, or fight Bud.
Boots or Bud? Which one, Jamaal?
Crawford, yeah, definitely Crawford. Crawford got the belt.
There you go. So
he's got these are his options. He's got
which one he more favored in though? Which fight is more difficult for him?
Man, both of them gonna be a both of them gonna be a difficult fight. Cause Boots can fight. He can fight.
But the
Crawford can
walls,
fight.
to me, the walls are closing in on Spence because he's got more than that. He's got Boots, Bud, Virgil, or Connor Ben now all knocking at his door.
That's a
There
good
ain't
thing.
nowhere to run,
That's a
really.
good thing, ain't it?
I
Ain't no more
mean,
chasing
it's
the
a
big
good thing if he
payday.
can beat him. If he loses to a Boots, a Connor Ben, or an Ortiz, it's going to look horrible.
He ain't gonna lose a damn one of them. I promise you that. He already don't spank. He already don't spank Virgil Ortiz and sparring. He already don't say that's easy. You
Sparring
was a
don't
baby.
matter. Sparring don't mean shit.
So, man, them boys don't want to fight that boy, man. Crawford the only one want to fight him. Now, Boots do want to fight him too, though. Boots said, you got to come up, though, Boots. I get you. You know how to fight. You know, it's going to take time and shit. You got to, do what you need to do. But you on your way, though. He going to be a champion there when Spence
Yeah,
leaves.
I mean, I don't know why he's so against a Blair to Flair fight.
Woo!
Yeah. I
That's a
mean,
good fight. He can fight that fight. That's a good fight, man. He need to
I
fight
don't
that.
know why he like there's levels to it. Like maybe there is. Maybe you do wash him. Like I don't doubt that. But you gotta want it. He was like, yeah, there's levels to this. It's like you ain't gonna get Virgil, you ain't gonna get Bud, and you ain't gonna get Spence. So what else you got going on?
Yeah. Talking back on.
Man,
What's the name?
I'm going to tell you right now, if Blair the Flair Cobbs fights Boots, I'm going for Blair. Woo!
Shit.
You know what I want to see Blair fight? I like to see Blair and Ben fight. I think that's a better fight.
I
Closer fight.
I agree with you. I think resume levels, they match up pretty well against each other.
Yeah. But I think Ben pulls it off.
Toney.
What y'all think? Y'all think
Man,
Ben pulls
hell
it
no,
off?
he won't put it off.
You don't think he beats Blair to Flair?
Oh, who Boots?
No, Ben.
Oh, Conor Ben.
And Flair.
That's a good little matchup.
Yeah, it is.
That's
I
a good
like that
matchup right there. I don't know. Blair might be able to pull out a decision or some shit.
Maybe. Who knows?
The thing is,
I don't see a knockout, but yeah, I don't know if he'll. I don't know.
I definitely see a knockout in that fight.
Oh
You
man,
definitely see a
I see
knockout?
one of them get knocked out.
Jamaal done left. You brought up Blair to Flair and he run off.
Cause he pulled up on Boots. Like, y'all seen that? He pulled up on Boots and was like, "Let's do it." He was like, "There's levels to this." I'm like, "Damn, Boots already on that shit." I'm like, "Come on, man, go ahead and get that work, man."
Hell yeah.
That's
He should
easy
be like, yeah,
work.
let's do
It
it.
should be
Do it
easy
in 2
work.
weeks.
But I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a decent money fight too. I mean, I would watch it. You know what I'm saying?
TBS, what up, bro?
Well, here's my question about Boots. Has Boots ever beat somebody better than Brad Solomon? That was Blair's last win. And that's the only reason why I'm bringing him up. Because my problem with Boots is he really ain't fought nobody.
Yeah, Lipinets and who was his last fight? Didn't he beat trying to think of his name. Yeah, I think Boots got a little bit of a better resume, just by a little though. But he did it in much better fashion though. I think he looks he passed the eye test.
It was Delorme who he fought.
Delorme, yeah.
But you got to remember, how many losses was Delorme coming off of? 2 in a row?
Quite a few.
Yeah, bad matchmaking right there. I don't know why they did that. I hate seeing dudes fight a guy coming off a loss. Like, why? For what?
Yeah, but I guess you got to take what you can get. That's why I'm like, yo, Blair to Flair ain't a bad matchup. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or a Connor Ben, or might as well get these guys out the way now. And that goes for Virgil as well.
But see, that's how it used to be. That's the problem with boxing. Like how it used to be is you would have Blair fighting Boots. You would have Boots fighting Ortiz. Ortiz would be fighting Ben. All the young guys who are the up-and-comers, they would all knock each other off. And the one last surviving would fight the champion. But now you get these young dudes who don't want to test the roles. They jump in there with the champions, and then they get their asses whooped because they don't take the hard fights to lead up to where they need to be.
Yep. Case in point, you know what I mean? The sweet one. That's exactly what happened to him.
What?
Canelo's last opponent.
What
Sweet
happened to
hands
him?
playing.
Got caught slipping.
You know, boxing is at a point where it's like you gotta take what you can get, man. A
Right.
lot of these fighters can't even get the fights that they want. Their management won't allow them to fight guys. So it's really difficult, man, to judge a fighter off of a resume when they haven't had a chance to fight the guys to get the resume up.
Hey, TBA,
So it's
you said something about man, like who managing Gary Russell, man? Fuck.
Gary Russell fucked up because he went against the grain. You know what I mean? He
What was that with the Al Haymon shit?
yeah, you gotta, Leo Santa Cruz, that's Al Heyman's son for real. So you gotta watch what you're doing.
What? I
I
heard some
mean, y'all
shit
didn't know
like
that, man. You know he
I
named
heard some shit about that.
dude,
That's for
Leo
real
Santa
though?
Cruz named his son after Al Heyman, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I did hear that part.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that'll
you
get you a
can't, you know
payday.
what I mean?
That'll get you a payday.
That's excessive though. Come on now.
Yeah, man, that's
I mean, I
that's
guess
how it be.
Al did change his life or whatnot, but come on, bro. Your son?
Hey man, I'm telling you, man. I'm just telling you, Gary Russell, he's not gonna get the look he deserves. I just had to tap in with you, man. It's been a minute since I've been able to catch you live and shit. I had to catch you before I went back to work though.
All right, bro. Be safe, homie.
Hey man, you don't go live like you used to, man. You go live every once in a blue moon.
Oh, bro, I'm getting this paper, bro. I'll do the lives when I can do the lives, bro. But this shit's funny style on YouTube now, bro. Niggas be doing all kind of weird shit. So I go live when I, get to it, dog. But
For sure,
when you
man. You
see
know
me
it's all
come
the trio
tap
players
in,
meet,
bro.
man.
Same with you.
You already know, man. We're gonna link up soon.
Yeah, we're gonna have to, dog. We're gonna have to, man.
All right, big dog.
All right, homie.
I'm gonna say I agree with you there, Black. Like when I look at the boxing channels, like 90% of the top channels, and I ain't gonna call no names, they all be barking. They all be barking. But you can look at them, they got no bite. They got gums in their mouths like a 90-year-old lady. But they be barking though, and that's how they get their views because people buy into that bullshit.
I'm just thoroughly, not interested in a lot of this dumb shit. Like, if you go live, I'm there. Ironkong go live, I'm there. 1-2 Red, I'm there. Certain ones I show up for when I get the notifications. But even the YouTube notifications been funny style. I've been checking my creative studio and the algorithms that's doing some funny style shit with my channel. So I'll be like, whatever. You know what I mean? I do this shit when I can. I don't prioritize it like that. But yeah, I mean, certain ones I do show up for though. I mean, certain ones I do show up for. But some people just, I don't know. Unfortunately, they're allergic to keeping it real consistently. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I stopped fucking with quite a few channels, man. I was like, like, yeah, I'm good. I can't be fucking with just everybody. At first, it was nice to have, a lot of boxing fans. You share thoughts and shit. But then when you see that narrative, you know what I mean? They start pushing that shit. It's just like get them clicks. Like,
Yeah.
all right, which is fine. I mean, if that's your route, but man, I'm trying to have real conversation. I'm not want to sit here and talk about the bullshit.
Right. That's listen, like having a real conversation, not for click purposes, but just for the sake of the sport. And
Yeah.
speak on what, week by week is a different fight. So
Yo, I'm reading the chat, right? And I chuckle because look at the second person she mentioned, like, I can't stand that fucking fake ass dude.
oh shit. I don't even know
Buddy
that.
who copied everything about me. Like that shit
Oh,
don't
that's the
make
one
no
you said.
sense. Like I remember still like 3.5, 4 years ago, like I grew a beard, that motherfucker grew a beard. I cut my hair, that motherfucker cut his hair. That shit didn't make no damn sense. Fuck that dude.
So, yeah, but yeah, I don't be watching a lot of goofy ass shit anyway. So I don't know what the hell is going on half the time out here. Shout out to Red Glove though. Like I said, I
Yeah,
always come
red all day.
Always come through and tap in with him.
But yo, I want to ask y'all because you got a picture of Loma right there. How do y'all feel? Because I'm pissed off because he fucked up my predictions, right? How do y'all feel about Loma not going for the knockout against Toney and backing off?
Yeah, I was like, damn, he definitely held back. He definitely held back. Loma was working though. I thought he was gonna get him up out of there for sure. But he definitely held back. He let Toney make it. So I didn't like it, but I felt like he was just trying to be nice about it. Shit. I
I
guess
think
he
he let him
liked
off the hook, but then couldn't get him out of there. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
think
kind
he
of like
just
that kind of thing.
yeah, he kind of did it to himself. But yeah, I mean, he had an opportunity to do it, but he took the foot off the gas and wanted this man to get no mossed, and it didn't go that route.
I don't know. I think of two things in that fight. The seventh round where he knocked him damn near out, and Toney struggled to get up, and Loma just was like yelling at the corner to throw in the towel, right? But he wouldn't attack him. Then I think about the very next round, the eighth round, and he hit Toney with a straight right that had that motherfucker walking like he had a broken leg. Like his right leg was dragging behind his body.
Yo, I remember
And
that.
Loma just saw it and backed off of him. He quit attacking him. And I'm like, yo, this dude got broken legs. What are you
Yeah, he was
doing?
squatting for like a half hour, man. he couldn't pick himself up. Yeah. I don't know.
Loma looking dangerous though.
Yeah.
Real dangerous, man.
Yeah, he ain't let Nakatani off the hook. He wasn't trying to stop that one.
Oh, and if he get a
just,
hold of Kambosos in the next fight, he ain't gonna be holding back in that fight either.
hell
Them
no, I
belts.
don't think so either.
The motherfucking belts is on that line. So
Toney was game though. He just didn't have what it took, man.
yeah.
I want to see the Tank fight. I want to see Loma and Tank finally fight.
Loma and Tank. Why you come on, man? That's fantasy shit.
I know, man. I'm trying to set Tank up. That's all it is. I'm trying to
We
set
trying to
him
have
up.
real conversations. I mean,
Yeah, you can't watch two talented fighters actually get in the ring.
that's
That's
too much.
unheard of.
It's too much talent in the ring together. Come on now.
Well, I mean, like they're all going for Kambosos. I don't think Kambosos is going to fight Loma. I think that is a fight that he's going to have to be forced into. So that only leaves Devin and Tank.
And Ryan, he said Ryan too.
But here's the problem. Ryan just started capping on Cruz. So I have all ideas that's going to be his next fight. So he's already booked.
He gonna break his hand on Cruz's head too.
He gonna knock Cruz the fuck out.
He gonna break his hand on his head, man. That's a knuckle, bro.
I can't wait to see him back in the ring though with somebody else at 35. Because Cruz, man, he could take a punch. That little motherfucker was eating them shots. Even before he hurt his hand, he was eating them shots with Tank.
Didn't neither one of them dudes look like they was in a fight after the fight.
I want to see Ryan fight Cruz because I believe Ryan will knock him out. And although Ryan is a queen and he is the queen of capping, it will at least let people see why I say he's as good as he is talent-wise, if you can get him in the ring.
Right. He can fight. I'm not knocking that, but I'm just saying the dude got a hard head, man.
Hell yeah.
You hit that chin.
His chin usually tucked, and you got that big ass knuckle facing you, that big ass knuckle. So, yeah, man, it's a little difficult to get to that chin, but maybe he can, man. Maybe he can counter him and catch him on that chin.
You know, the one thing I did like about what Loma said, and I don't know if y'all caught it, was they asked him who the best lightweight was because the interviewer was trying to say that he was the best, and Loma was like, I don't know. We haven't fought each other. So maybe he's open to fight everybody now because we all know what happened with Devin.
I don't know. When he said Kambosos was undisputed, I was like, yeah, he probably not gonna fight Devin.
I didn't know he said that. I didn't know he said that at all.
Yeah, he said he's the undisputed champion, you know. So yeah, I was like, yeah, well, I was like, there we go.
Right. Yep. Pack it up, you guys. Show's over.
Don't recognize the WBC. I don't know. I don't know why these fighters do that. I don't know. Has Kambosos called himself undisputed yet?
He said it, I think, a few times, and they said he has it on his IG.
Oh,
Did
well,
he? Because I saw him do an interview right after the fight, and they asked him if he was undisputed, and he said something about undisputed, not undisputed. It doesn't matter. I want to fight everybody. So I didn't know he was calling himself undisputed because when he was asked, he didn't claim to be it.
I don't know, man. I don't know if they kicked him a few extra dollars to just start talking differently and say, "Look, you are undisputed, man. Don't worry about Devin. Don't worry about that belt over there, man. You don't need
Red
that one."
said, "Is he Captain Queen or Queen Cap?"
Damn. But yeah, hopefully for Toney's sake, Ryan come back in a major way, because bruh, he ain't doing
You
shit
know
this
it'd be
year,
a
right?
good fight. You know it'd be a good fight for Ryan. Teal.
Hell no.
Yeah, I think so.
Teal
Tio
is
will beat the hell, man. Come on, bro. I'm talking about a good comeback fight. 1-2, not a damn career
They
ender.
would be knocking each other all around the ring, man.
You really think Ryan can compete with Tio?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Ryan's hands were a lot faster than Kambosos, and Teal kept getting hit by left hooks, and that's Ryan's bread and butter.
Oh my gosh, man. So
I'm
what
saying,
was
like,
the
see, this the problem. Listen, Black. This the problem. When I bring up Ryan, and I've seen what I've seen, I get those reactions. And whenever he went on his cap spree, I took it. Like, I had so many people talking shit to me, like, "This is your king. This is your king," or excuse me, "This is your queen. This is your queen." And like, I have no defense, so I need this dude to do something.
Yeah, but you know what else too though? Garcia never mentioned Tio in his tirade of capping. I can't recall him calling out Tio once. Not one time.
Nah, you're right.
Oh, look.
What-
So Ty Baby says they talked about all that stuff about Tank not stopping Cruz, but it was okay for Loma to let Richard Comey off the hook. She's talking
Right.
about keep same energy.
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
But
I think there's a big difference though in like Loma versus Comey and Tank versus Cruz. Loma completely outclassed him, dominated him, whereas Cruz, I thought he beat Tank. Other people say Tank won. Either way, it was a tough fight.
You thought Cruz beat Tank?
Hell yeah! Like every replay they showed. No, listen, hear me out. Whenever I was watching it live, every replay that they tried to show of Tank landing his shots was being blocked. Every single replay Showtime showed Cruz was blocking the damn uppercuts, blocking the hooks. I'm telling you, he outlanded.
That was in moments. There were moments where he was landing, like when he was going off on him, and he realized he couldn't get him out, and he injured his hand, or his hand was injured, or whatever excuse he using. I'm saying he was piecing him up, something nasty. But he was piecing him up, and I actually had it like I think it was either 7-5 or 8-4.
Can you see that, Black? I was sharing because he's right. Kambosos is calling himself undisputed.
Shit, can I share what?
I put up his Twitter just because I
Yeah.
wanted to check to see. It's right there on the Twitter, undisputed.
Damn. Well,
I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can click
confirms
it.
that Devin is not getting no kind of work.
got
Devin's
another
getting no work out here, bro.
got another Demetrius Andrade in the making.
And they hate it when we compared them to, like, put them in the same category, but you just see, man, certain similarities, man. Guys just
title, no unifications. Bud Crawford, Demetrius Andrade, Devin Haney.
Yep.
He's boring. He don't put no asses in seats. He ain't worth it. Excuse after excuse.
What they say, high risk, low reward.
Yep.
Bullshit like that.
And Lomachenko out here with no titles, looking good, but
right.
Hey, man. But then you got Tank. This is why this goes to Ty Babby. He ain't looking to fight no champions. Like, that doesn't make sense either. He happy with half a title like Ryan Garcia.
And if it is a champion, it can't be a full champ. You got to be like the half champ.
You gotta
right?
be a half champ.
You gotta be, almost champ, not the full activated. That man be doing. They be moving Tank weird as fuck.
Yeah. Same with
Whatever.
Ryan. Get all the way up to that Mando and say, "Nah, I'm good. You
And
cut."
then call everybody out from Zoom. Nigga. Like what? Ain't trying to fight nobody, but be quick to be talking about. Yeah, I got next. I would have done this. That was me in there. Man, if you don't shut up.
Nah, Ty, I don't see that. I don't think that but if you also look at Cruz's face, he didn't look like he was in a fight either, bro.
Oh yeah,
Cruz,
that's true.
Cruz
That's
looked
true.
like he never got
Cruz
punched
came
once.
out clean like a motherfucker. That
So I
motherfucker
mean,
head.
Toney didn't look that, he didn't look all that. He didn't look all
So
that good. He didn't look all that good. Like he was a little marked up and swelled up as well. So
I mean,
yeah,
I
for sure.
don't even put Loma in the conversation. To me, the only conversation is Tank or Devin. And if Kambosos was who's going to look better, first off, Jojo Diaz is a much better fighter than Isan Cruz, and Devin outclassed him. So there's no options here for me. It should be Devin. Period.
I don't know about that though. I mean, when it comes to
With
JoJo and
the
Isaac
JoJo
Cruz,
and
I mean,
Cruz.
yeah, because I mean, if you
I thought
comparing
Cruz. I just didn't know
resumes,
about
Cruz is
I
Cruz.
like
get it.
JoJo good.
4'2".
But that didn't matter.
JoJo ain't that tall either.
Yeah, and on top of that, at least Cruz came to fight.
JoJo came to fight too. He just
I don't
fucking.
know, man. He fought in sections.
JoJo,
I mean, I'm gonna be
playing
honest.
everybody the
JoJo,
same, man.
JoJo
JoJo
came
always
to
looked
fight.
insane. Always when he
JoJo,
fought Gary Russell.
What about
JoJo
Cruz?
came to fight. No. JoJo came to fight till he realized he couldn't fight. He got outclassed.
Okay, so
He
who
just
do you
out his
think
league.
wins out of Cruz and after their performances and what they've done in their careers? Who wins out of Cruz and JoJo Diaz?
JoJo.
Yeah.
I don't.
JoJo did.
I
JoJo
give
will
it to.
beat
I
him
think
the fuck
Cruz.
up.
I think Cruz pulls it off.
I'm telling you
You
right
think
now,
Cruz pulls it off versus JoJo?
Yeah,
No, I'm
I
telling
told.
you right now.
I told
I'm
you. I
telling you.
told y'all that it might be a long night for Tank when the fight happened.
Yeah,
Nah,
like
the only question I had, and I asked Black, you could tell me if you remember this. The only question I had was, do you think it would cause Tank issues to fight somebody shorter than him because he's never fought somebody shorter?
Right. Yeah, that's what y'all focused on. But during that conversation, I had said more than one occasion that it could be a long night for him, and I'm the only one who gave him 35% chance to win.
You did.
Yeah.
I said 0 on some dumb shit.
Yeah, so I'm just saying. So yeah, I mean, if we're just gonna be accurate, let's be all the way accurate. But you did say his height could be an issue for him. So I'll give you, what I mean, I give props for what they do. Not everybody does that.
Well, the only reason why I asked that is because I knew nothing about Isan Cruz. I had never seen him fight before he fought Tank. And my thing is this. I think a lot of people are boosting him up off the Tank performance, but I do believe that if he goes against a Kambosos, if he goes against a T.O., if he goes against a Ryan, if he goes against a Devin, he's going to get completely outclassed. And then people are really going to start asking the question, how good is Tank really?
Yeah, I totally, I get where you're going with it, but I'm saying if you put him in with a JoJo, I think he pulls it off. I think he pulls it off, y'all. I just do, man. I think he can pull that off. I feel like JoJo about ready to retire.
Well,
and I'm not taking nothing away from Haney because he looked good. I mean, there's reasons why dude didn't. But I mean, when you come in on your back foot and in the high guard and you're an inside fighter, it's in the first 2 rounds. Then I knew what the outcome was going to be. You trying to box a boxer in the first round. Like, to me, I knew it was headed.
I mean, my problem is this.
Hey, what up?
What's up, family?
Militant.
How's everybody doing?
How's it going, man?
He brought that Abby.
Well, I remember you said that's the RGM that you grew to know. So I was
That's
like,
OG.
you know what?
That's OG Red right there. Yep.
Yeah, but
OG
glad to
Red.
see everybody's still going strong. I went on a little vacation and you
That's
know
good.
visited the beautiful state of California.
Oh, you
So
went to my hometown. Shout out to you, brother. What part of Cali did you go?
yeah, I okay. So I landed in Sacramento, but I really total. I probably was in Sacramento 2 days, and
Mm.
that was total. Like I landed in Sacramento, left the next day to Modesto, but I went all over the place. I
Did you
went
come
to
to the
Pebble
city of
Beach at
angels?
one point. Yeah, I did. I did spend a couple days in Los Angeles.
All right. I'm glad you did
Yeah.
that.
Yep. So Los Angeles is beautiful. I was in Koreatown
Oh, that's what's
specifically.
up.
So, but yeah, I did spend a couple days in LA. Um, and look, most of my time was spent in Modesto, to be honest. But spent a couple days in LA, a couple days in Sacramento, and whatnot. But yeah, it was a good time. And then I don't know if you heard me talk about this, but when we left from Sacramento, our layover flight was in Las Vegas,
Mhm.
and we were sitting behind Jim Otto, who is a NFL Hall of Famer. He was heading over to Las Vegas because he played for the Raiders when he was an active football player, and the Raiders had a game the next day in Las Vegas. They're in Las Vegas
Mhm.
now, so that was pretty interesting. Like when we landed, everybody was taking pictures with him and stuff. And my girlfriend,
Mm.
she's a Niners fan, so she was like, she she didn't really care for it too much, but
Yeah.
I kept on making jokes saying it doesn't matter. The Buccaneers are going to win the Super Bowl again this year, so just
That'll be
messing with her.
crazy. That'll be what, eight rings for Brady?
Ridiculous.
Yeah, and for Brady, yeah, he's going
I
for it
mean,
too.
that's over great. Like you already doing great shit. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Eight. Nobody in the NFL ever did that, right?
Nah.
no, and I used to hate on Brady back in the day, but I
Me
stopped
too.
hating on him after a while because it was just like, what's the point? There ain't no
Yeah.
point in hating on the guy. Like he's doing it, he's doing it. So
Yeah, because he
can't keep
winning in a
hating on
whole
him.
different organization now.
Yeah.
First, I was
Yeah,
like, I thought it was just the Belichick effect. You know what I mean? Like this motherfucker just got the best coach, so he just and fortunate enough to get these right pieces around him. But he went to a whole nother team. He's just great. Like you can't even really hate at all,
Yeah, you
man. You
can't
just got
hate
to
yeah.
accept it.
the way he been riding in Tampa. But I mean Belichick, man, come on, man. Dude's a cheater. Come on, man. You can't be having drones at camps and shit like that. He got busted like 30 times, man. So come on,
Damn,
man. That dude.
drones? What? Oh hell nah. Yeah, man. He was doing some crazy shit, but I
They
give the
caught the
money back.
footage of the plays on the dude, the scout or whatever, the spy he had there. He was like, "Yo, you taking pictures of the plays?" He was like, "No." Nah. He was like, "Let me see the thing." He was like, "No, nah, that's." He was like, "Why are you looking over here? What the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "Yeah, man, that shit was awful, man. Like, I'm not for that cheating shit. That's just like Bada or nada in boxing, man."
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Some
hey,
people love it like that. Some
and
don't.
Haplo. Remember that one time Haplo was talking about it should be MADA, mandatory anti-doping.
Yeah,
Word, yeah.
That
sure. I need
don't
that.
exist. That don't exist yet, but hopefully that's the next evolution. But it was interesting to see, even though I never been to Vegas before, but at least from the airport, I could actually see like the pyramid and all that. I was able to see some of that from the plane and the airport. So that
Mm.
was interesting because I ain't never been to Vegas, and they had slot machines in the airport at the gate.
Wow. Yeah, I ain't
That's
been to Vegas yet either, but I've been like to Barstow because they had the outlets. We do shopping and shit. But
Uh-huh.
I was about like maybe I think Barstow was like right outside of Vegas, and I just never went that far.
when I was younger.
Oh, in Nevada, it's just gambling's everywhere. Cause I never been to Vegas other than the airport this one time, but I have been in Nevada. I was in Lake Tahoe some years ago, and when you cross over that Nevada line, because Tahoe's in both Cali and Nevada, you see slot machines everywhere. You see them in the grocery stores. You see them just in the most random of places. So I wasn't really surprised that in Vegas of all places, I would see slot machines in the airport. But I'll say this because my girlfriend, she told me, because she used to live in Vegas, she's like, "Oh, you'll probably see some slot machines." And I'm thinking, "Oh, those are probably in the main airport." But they were right there at the gate. Yeah.
Right at the gate.
Yeah,
Hey,
right at the
right out
gate.
the
And
gate.
people were and people were gambling too. It wasn't like they was empty slot machines. They was having a good or bad time depending on what was happening. Depending on their luck.
Yeah,
Right.
man.
9 times out of 10, the bad time.
Yeah. Yeah. But
ATM
unfortunate
slot machine, ATM slot machine, ATM slot machine.
ATM slots.
Yeah, man.
oh
That's
man.
what I say. The ATM, the only slot machine you guaranteed to win.
When I worked when I worked for a bank, I'm not gonna say what bank it is, but it's one of the biggest banks in the world. We used to cut people off in Vegas. Like they would go to the ATM, they would get denied even though they had money, and then they call us. It's like, oh, it's your spending limit, and that they're trying to get it increased. So then I had to try to get it increased, and then the department that handled that, they're like, nah, this person's in Vegas. It was like being a bartender, you know,
Oh,
nah, we're gonna
wow.
have to cut you off.
That's enough. You got to go home.
Yeah. If you got an account with another bank, you could try them, but we ain't giving you no more.
That's crazy. They probably be calling y'all up like, "Come on, baby."
Oh, they used to get they
Right,
used to get
right.
so mad. I hated that job, to be honest, because oh man, people will get so pissed, and I understand it. It's their money, and I did a lot working for that bank. Like I started in one department, ended up getting flipped into another, ended up in another, and by the time I left, I was doing something completely different, and I really wasn't happy there because people get tight about their money, and rightfully so. I know I do.
Yeah, it's yours. You can't tell me how to spend my money.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah, I hear you though. Yeah, but they also them banks invest that money. They move your money around, so they don't want you spending their money.
Exactly.
They
That's
not.
the other thing.
They like
We
no.
used to They used to do some really shady things, and it was I that was the other reason why I wasn't happy there. Is like part of my job was to get people to accept the bullshit that we would do, and I didn't like that. I just like I would try to do, if there was anything I could do to like soften the blows, or like help them avoid something from happening, I would do it. But um a lot of times I was just expected just to explain shit to them, and they either accepted it or they cuss my ass out, and I had to do it with a smile on my face, and I didn't like that. I like what I'm doing a lot better now. I'm getting paid more, and I deal with like almost zero bullshit.
To be honest,
So
man, I always
yeah.
felt like, yo, man, credit unions are the way to go.
It's funny that you say that, because now that is kind of what I'm doing. I'm actually, but I don't work for a credit union. I work for a company that services credit unions from all over the state. So
That's what's up.
um yeah, and they do shit way differently. Like it's with the bank, it's all about seeing what you can do to get money out of people. With the credit union, they're
It's more
just like,
transparent.
it is. It's way more transparent. So
Yeah.
anybody listening, go with a credit union. Trust me, it's way better. I've worked on both sides of the street, so to say. Hey, Errol Spence is good for something. I worked on both. I worked on both sides of the street, and I can tell you, I can tell you from first hand experience, that's the way to go. But I will say this though, one thing that kind of annoyed me about this vacation is that I missed a lot of good boxing, at least live. Um, the day that I left, um, is when Sean Porter and Crawford fought, and I also missed the To fight, which I did watch that one already. I just didn't watch it live. Um, I was gonna watch the Loma Come fight, but it turns out that if you have ESPN Plus, you can only have one active screen at a time. And I fucked up and told my dad that uh, I had given him my ESPN Plus information, and I told him, "Oh, Loma's gonna be fighting tomorrow." And when I
You
went to
ain't
go
watching
watch,
nothing.
yeah, it was like it told me that I had to sign in with a TV provider, and I'm like, "What?" It was my fault. I talked to my dad, um, and I told him, it was no big deal. Like that's why I didn't call him up and I didn't call him up and tell him to get off because it was me who opened my big mouth. But I told him like we'll probably do like where one time I'll go over to his house and we could just watch it together. Because he's the one who got me into boxing. So, but
It
you
gave you
know,
life. So you gotta give him a fight. You
yeah,
gotta let him take the fight.
yeah,
You gotta let him take the fight. Like, all right, Pops. Thanks for
yeah.
life.
I did get, yeah, exactly. I did get to watch a little bit because, like, when it was doing that on my phone, I was like, "Oh, it's." I don't know what's going on with the ESPN Plus, but it's acting up on me. So then I grabbed my tablet and it let me watch it for a little bit, and then it said, "If you want to keep on watching, you have to sign in with a TV provider." And then that's when I put two and two together. I like, you know what? My dad's watching it. So I didn't do nothing. I called him the next day and I was like, by any chance, did you get to watch all the fights? And he was like, oh, yeah, I had no problems. And I was like, okay. And then that's when I told him, well, I didn't get to watch it because you were watching it. I said, that's fine, because I told you, that the fight was going to be on. I said, we'll work something out where, we can both see the fights.
ESPN gotta
So,
fix that because the zone don't do that. I can watch it on my computer, my television, my phone, all at the same time.
yeah, because here's what happened. There was
Well, the zone does do it. You can only watch it on three different things at once, and then it locks it out.
at least though that's three screens
Yeah,
Right.
as
yeah,
That's what I'm
opposed
saying.
to one.
yeah.
Yeah, because I mean it makes sense that they have to limit it, or like I could get the zone and then like give the whole block my if we're all cool like that, give the whole block and everybody throw in like 50 cents on the zone. You know what I'm saying? So um I understand like them limiting it. But still, you should have at least two screens, in my opinion. Because if you have cable, cable will give you at least two screens if you do the app.
Right.
So yeah, they should. I think ESPN Plus should do that. But
Yeah, back in the
and I
days,
even
all you needed was a cable if you wanted cable.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Hey, I remember being a kid. My dad, he had. See, this is what happened. One of my friends, I was in elementary school. I was 11 years old, fifth grade, and I had a friend that he was in my class, but we lived in an apartment, and he lived in the apartment under us. And out of nowhere, he got a black box. So when I told my dad, he went down there and he talked to his dad. Next thing I know, my dad had a black box. So and my dad was paying for pay-per-views up to that point. But we still had cable. He was still paying for cable. He just wasn't paying for pay-per-views. When there was a pay-per-view that came out that was coming up, he would break the. He kept the black box up in the closet. He would take it out of the closet, hook it up, and we watched the fights. And then when the pay-per-view was over, he'd pack it back up and put it away. So he wasn't stealing all the cable. He was just stealing the pay-per-views.
Yeah. Crazy. Hey, I wanted to ask Tony Reviews something. Tony Reviews, what do you think? Who do you think? Who would you want to see Ryan fight, and how would you see the fight going? Out of all the 135 pounders, if he's there, he's probably under a bench right now, y'all.
He might be. He might be writing a review.
He might be writing a review or working on a video.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like he wants. Who did he say? Loma and Tank. I think that's one that he would make if he could. You know, if he had a say so.
Well,
I know I
he's
would
a
like
Ryan
to see
fan,
that.
so I'm like, who would he like to see Ryan fight? You know what I'm saying? If
Oh
Ryan
yeah,
would
you
get in
did
the
say
ring with him.
specifically Ryan.
Yeah, but I mean, shit.
Pick it up.
How would he see, like, well, he on mute, so he ain't there. But like a Ryan and Lomachenko fight, because I know he likes both of those fighters, so I'm curious to how he would see that
Yeah.
fight going.
Me personally, I have to give that to Loma. I'm gonna conversate with you until Tony starts speaking up. But me,
Yeah,
I would
I'm
pick
talking to
Loma.
a muted mic.
And then, oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say muted mic. Now, see, I'm hard to please as a boxing fan, but Rod's clock got me, man. That dude be like, man, that dude's trash. That dude's trash.
Oh yeah.
He was like, he said he never gonna fight Haney and Davis, and that's robbing the fans. If Haney
The
was
funniest
taking,
one when he was talking about Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant is absolute trash. He's not good.
Oh, real quick. I know we're talking about 135, but did y'all see I saw something about Blair Cobbs supposedly called out both Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford.
and
Shout out to him.
and he pulled up on Boots.
Oh, Tony's gone.
Put up on boots too.
Yep, he calling everybody out. I like the energy. Why not? You know what I mean?
The welterweight division.
Mm-hmm. Why not? Why not? I'm not mad at him anymore. I'm not cooking him anymore because he out there calling them all out. He not just saying that these dudes ain't this and that. He like, fight me then. Like, hey, that's all you can do. You know what I mean? As a contender, is call the dudes out and try to get the best fights that you can. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that.
1-2 Kid. The question is, will we see the Purple Rain reign?
yeah, man. That's just crazy.
And my fault, Black. I just realized I cut you off. You were saying something. I kind of cut you off. My bad.
No, you good. I was gonna say about 5 minutes. I'm picking up my kids and stuff. I'm actually using the mobile now, and I'm away from the charger, so I'm gonna have to cut it down. You know how this shit goes.
Oh yes, I'm very familiar with the.
Call that shit the drain yard. It ain't the stain yard. It's the drain your
They
battery yard.
do. That's why sometimes I do it on PlayStation. But I tend to do just when it's gonna be me by myself because it's hard to do a panel with the PlayStation. But if you do it on PlayStation, it uses way less battery. So if I can get it set up, I'll set it up with the PlayStation.
Oh, you could do that from your phone?
Yeah, you can. You gotta basically you gotta start streaming on the PlayStation 4. Then what you can do is you can log in on your phone and then join your own party. And there'll be two of you in your own party, but if you don't have a mic plugged into the controller, you can just talk. So yeah, you can do that in You just got to figure out what you're gonna have displaying on the screen. I mean, I'm not against doing a panel that way. The only problem is it's hard for people to keep up with who's talking, and because everybody doesn't get an avatar, like whatever you put on your PlayStation, that's what's gonna display on the screen.
And you said you have
So,
trouble with comments as well, right? Responding to comments.
um, no, not really. You can do where the comments display. Um, I don't know. I I guess yeah, because when I do that, I'm not in the room with the PlayStation. The other issue is if you don't do something with the controller, it's gonna or I take that back. You could probably fix that by going into the settings, but the last time I did it, I didn't touch the controller, and after an hour, the stream just ended because of my.
Yeah,
That's because of the settings on my PlayStation.
right. Yeah, I got you. All right, shit. Well, all right, Black, Red, Tony Reviews. It was nice talking to you guys. Ross Clock, you know what I'm saying? The
Yeah, big
only
shout
Hey,
out
nigga.
to
yeah, I might got
Rascal.
about like 2 more topics this week I'm gonna try to put out. So y'all be looking
Oh,
forward to the notification. I can't give y'all a time yet, but I know how I do. Just be looking out for it.
I'll be looking out for it. As long as it's after my lunch, I should be able to join. But yeah, thanks for having me, Black. And shout out to everybody in the chat, Rasclot. I never seen Ty Baby before, but I've been gone for a while, so I'm sure I'm gonna see some other new faces. But shout out to her and everybody else, Samantha Bates and anybody else. If I didn't say your name, please don't take it personal. Um, but yeah, and y'all don't forget to hit that like button. That goes for you and the playback gang as well. But yeah, thanks for having me, Black. Peace.
Strike the like.
Strike the like.
Strike the like. Motherfuckers. All right, Black. Thanks for having me, man. One. Check you out, bro.
Y'all gotta take care. Thank you, OneTwoKid and Red. We'll catch you on the next one.